we tried to forget about him, but Ron DeSantis is still governor of Florida. He took the Comfy Couch hosts on a tour of the concentration camp that he's building in Florida.
Find it in your hearts to pray for these people who are lost so that they can become human beings again.
Calling it Alligator Alcatraz. Are you kidding me? If you missed it, Trump is headed to a low-cost immigrant detention camp built by Ron DeSatan in the Florida Everglades. According to Triple K Caroline, quote, the only way out is via a one-way flight and it's surrounded by dangerous wildlife. You cannot be serious. So when I tell you soulless, loathsome, maggot pieces of to get this is why.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the liberals are melting down at this new migrant detention center out there in Florida. I have it here on the screen, right? You already got illegal aliens out here just lying on the floor. Okay, these miserable conditions that the President Trump put the illegal aliens in, except for the fact that this is actually under President Obama. Sorry, did I confuse Trump and Obama? Actually, yeah, this is nothing new. Alligator Alcatraz may be something new. This is considered a deterrent, but illegal aliens being in cages, which is one of the things that a lot of people are freaking the heck out about, is old news. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people acting like this is like the most inhumane thing ever. In other nations, some of them literally kill you. Korea, for example, death penalty.
For illegal entry in other countries. So if you enter illegally Singapore, that's 6 months in prison. If you enter illegally Russia, that's 2 years in labor camp. If you enter illegally India, that's 8 years in prison. Pakistan, 10 years in prison. North Korea, obviously, death penalty. And you enter here in Canada or the US and even Europe, and what do you get? Free housing, healthcare, education, food, public transport, cell phones, cash. Come on, guys. A country can only be a country if it protects its borders. Immigration is not bad, but illegal immigration should be penalized at the full extent of the law.
For just migrating into their country illegally. Why do you think everything just seems so pure over there? They're extremely purist over there. You can't even be another form of Asian and sneak into their country illegally because you'll get executed. Death is what you're rewarded with, so that things can stay in order, so that they make sure that they're not ever going to deal with stuff like this. But guys, this is just one photo of many. I mean, there's tons of photos. I look at this. This is, they literally tried, the fake news tried to pin this on President Trump at one point, saying he was putting kids in cages. This was literally a picture taken during the Obama administration. And there's many others. See, these people didn't even have beds. In the Alligator Alcatraz, there's beds. They have actual beds, right? These people, a lot of them don't have beds under, they didn't have them under President Obama. And why does it seem like nobody seemed to care? The guy deported millions of illegal aliens. The way things are looking, it looks like he may be able to deport more than President Trump did, because the crazy liberals didn't give a damn when the Democrats were doing it. But all of a sudden, when President Trump is doing it, he's Hitler. You know, he's got concentration camps. It's all of this ridiculous stuff. These people got freaking aluminum foil blankets on. And nobody cared back then. Where the hell was the outrage? Look at all these people. A bunch of kids with aluminum foil in cages. All together, not separated. Okay, like, look at this. You know, there's tons of photos during the Obama administration of this happening. So now you got Alcatraz, and the difference here is, hey, you better not try to escape. You better not try it, because you're probably going to get chomped on. Okay, they're going to find you. You know, they might find like a finger, you know, a toe, you know, maybe if they get really lucky, they might find like a part of a leg. You know, you just never know. But guys, the liberals are, of course, melting down, calling this concentration camps and doing all the crying that they always do. Everything that President Trump does is always Project 2025. It's a concentration camp. These people are evil. It's all about money and power and control. And they just hate brown people so much. Byron Donalds literally was there congratulating the president. Byron Donalds, black man, for those who don't know. Okay, he's not light-skinned. He's a dark-skinned brother.
First of all, Mr. President, we all have to thank you for your leadership and for the mandate that the American people gave you to finally secure our borders and to deport criminal illegal aliens and longstanding illegal aliens out of the United States. I know there were some concerns. People were like, well, what happens if a hurricane comes? What happens if this happens? And I looked at Kevin Guthrie and I said, you already have a plan, don't you? And he goes, of course we have a plan. You know that we do. This is what Florida does, Mr. President, and so I want to commend you for your leadership and your vision on this. Governor, thank you for all that you've done with your vision and determination. Secretary Noem, we're going to get the bill done so you get the resources you need. See you, sir.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you.
And I mean, they don't seem like they're trying to deport him or do anything to people like me. All of these ridiculous things that people are saying. They're even saying, oh, they're coming after the black people next. They still are saying that. They're coming after the illegal Americans. They're coming after illegal. They're trolling, by the way, when they talk about actually coming after illegal Americans. They're just trying to piss people off because they know the liberals melt down about everything. It's always hook, line, and sinker with these people. And now you got people like fired, disgraced MSDNC host over here melting down about this, saying that this is some form of a concentration camp.
And I will note that, we tried to forget about him, but Ron DeSantis is still governor of Florida. He took the comfy couch hosts on a tour of the concentration camp that he's building in Florida in order to round up brown people, and throw them in a camp because he doesn't want them in Florida. Surprise, surprise, the economy of Florida is going to be severely harmed by rounding up brown people who, by the way, all over this country, Latinos are afraid to go to work. Anybody who is perceived or looks Latino is afraid to go to work. I know people who are not Latino, but they're brown, and so they look Latino to the naked eye, if you don't know any better, who are walking around with their passports, who never leave home without a passport. Because this is a question I want to ask the audience. How would you prove you're a citizen? If ICE came up to you and dragged you off, how would you prove it? I mean, do you have any proof that you're a citizen? There have been even cases where people showed their real ID with a little star in it, and that still wasn't believed. They've still been rousted. They've still been harassed. And even if you're not actually taken into custody, imagine being a brown person in this country right now, where you can't even walk the streets without fear of being tackled by random people with masks on. That's who we are now. This is like being in apartheid South Africa in the 1980s.
First off, Joy Reid, you need to go ahead and put your wig on because you just look crazy as hell bald. I know you've been rocking the bald dude with the blonde for a long time, but seriously, you look stupid. Nobody likes it. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing, but it just looks unattractive. Okay, if you're trying to actually pull in some viewers for the new Joy Reid show that you started up on your own, you might want to actually do something to the physical aesthetic. That's the first thing. Secondly, this, again, nothing new here with the exception that there are they actually have beds this time, and the facility actually has some air conditioning, unlike how it was under President Obama. But it's not just the likes of Joy Reid. You got tons of people melting down about this.
I will be in jail if I see somebody wearing an Alligator Alcatraz shirt or any type of merch. It is a concentration camp. And using that language matters. It is a concentration camp, and we're acting like it's an amusement park.
But let me see if I can make this crystal fucking clear for you. A large concentration of folks deemed undesirable by the government put in a camp with no due process. If only there were some historical similarities there. Oh wait, they might as well fucking write hard work will set you free above the entrance.
Alligator Alcatraz is a violation of human rights. There's no way to argue that. Building pop-up trailers in the middle of the Everglades, dubbing it Alligator Alcatraz, and then housing 5,000 immigrants in these buildings when there's no running water, there's no air conditioning to combat the excessive heats that actually happen in the Everglades, is absolutely a crime against humanity.
Tell me something real fucking quick. What does this look like to you? That is a fucking concentration camp. No fans, no AC, no toilets in the middle of fucking Florida in the summer.
Where do you go to get a bunch of bathrooms like that? And people are thinking, okay, you're in the middle of the Everglades, it's hot. That would explain why you've got this bank of air conditioners here.
Gotcha, bitch.
Alligator Alcatraz is not a detainment center. It is a death camp. This camp was thrown up on an airstrip in no time. It is not built to withstand a severe thunderstorm, never mind a tropical storm or a hurricane.
It is a fully aluminum frame structure rated for winds of 110 miles an hour or a high-end Category 2 for those people that don't think that we're taking that into consideration. This is Florida, by the way.
They really built the prison in the swamp, y'all. Surrounded by fucking gators. This is crazy. I feel like this is modern day slavery. They really said, forget about the fences. We about to have the gators being the officers. They real life got human beings in the Everglades like this is Jurassic Park. I don't really care how they try to package it up, but this is modern day slavery.
We've already had people die in ICE custody. You're gonna kill more people! I will never, never fucking forgive MAGA for this shit.
Beta! Oh, because I tell you why.
Beta! I got something to say about this dummy who said this is like modern day slavery. Okay, first off, or any of the people, like all of them, I'm coming after everybody. All the people saying is modern day slavery, you know, it reminds them of the Holocaust, you know, whatever nonsense they're saying is concentration camps. So last I recall, there was really not a whole lot of options for the Jewish people to just up and just leave where they were at. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was hard. We were literally at war, right? It was hard for them to just up and leave the country. You got CBP One app and people on TV like Tom Homan. You got Stephen Miller. You got President Trump himself. You have Caroline Levy. You have many people saying like, hey, you can still self-deport and just stop all of this. Just leave. Just fill out the information. We'll get you a flight. If you want to take your family, we'll get your family. For all expenses paid, as long as you get the hell up out of here. There are options. Slaves didn't have no options. I'm tired of these people trying to compare everything to slaves. They're always trying to use emotion, manipulate black folks. It's pissing me off when people try to do this. Stop trying to manipulate black people by bringing up and invoking slavery all the time. Stop trying to manipulate everybody else by bringing up the Holocaust and concentration camps. It's always the most craziest thing that they can possibly imagine, but they fail to recognize a clear nuance. Clear nuance is illegal aliens are being deported. This isn't Germany. They're being deported. People are talking about they're going to be disappearing people. They're going to be just letting the alligators eat people instead of even deporting them. And, I guess they got away. We don't know what happened to them. Well, yeah, if they try to get away and alligators eat them, that's on them. No, but we don't have any evidence that somebody's now we just believe the worst of the worst is going to happen no matter what. Like people are they're just going to throw these illegal aliens to the alligators just out of spite. That doesn't make absolutely any sense. Like, are some people evil? Sometimes, yes. But do we have any evidence of what they're saying that some people are claiming is going to happen? No, of course not. So there's tons of facilities. You really think in this modern political climate that if people decided to be evil, like ICE agents and staffers, they say there's going to be judges here adjudicating some of the cases for the illegal migrants that are here. But you really think for a second that in today's political climate where you got people flying to El Salvador, congressmen and women flying to El Salvador, trying to rescue illegal aliens from El Salvadorian prisons and breaking into ICE facilities, all of this ridiculous. Judges trying to lead the way and save illegal migrants from detention, prosecution, from ICE, everything. You think in today's political climate that the people at this facility could get away with just feeding some illegal aliens to alligators just on a whim? Like, I feel like just seeing an alligator eat up an illegal today, you want to see him eat some Mexicans today. No, you're an idiot is what you are if you believe that. Seriously, you're stupid. Yeah, anybody who believes that, no, you're just not smart. Okay, like again, are there always some exceptions and some crazy people, maybe some evil people? I'm sure that they are. I'm sure some people they really don't like illegal aliens. But at least wait and see if something happens. At least wait till it happens one time. Yeah, we fed the illegal to the alligators because F them. Wait till it happens at least one time. But all of this fear mongering, it's always what's going to happen. It's always like, oh my gosh, it's going to be the worst possible thing ever. It's going to be apocalyptic. They said that the economy would crumble. Hasn't crumbled. They said it was going to be World War III. Haven't got World War III. I mean, they said everything was going to go poorly. President Trump said he was going to get rid of illegal aliens. He actually tries to do it. And then they act like that's the end of the world too. So it's like, when will the liberals shut the hell up and stop crying? I'm just trying to figure it out. Let me know in the comments, is the answer never? Will the liberals ever stop crying? Let me know. Because right now it seems like that's all that they can do is just stand there and cry. That's what weak people do, by the way. Just sit there and just cry every day. Like in some cases, literally. Just crying, not just whining, but I mean literal tears. Like looking like Selena Gomez, looking stupid because you waltzed into the country illegally thinking that you was going to get free hotels, free cell phones, free food, free childcare, anchor babies. Now you got all of that stuff being revoked. You got birthright citizenship being revoked. You got alligators waiting on your ass. Yeah, come to America illegally, you pay the price. It's really that simple. And even after you do that, you could always just leave. And no harm, no foul if you just leave. But obviously, these people being stubborn, they don't want to do that. They're hoping that these Democrats and woke losers will save them. But President Trump has another 3.5 years left as president. You think you're going to be safe from Alcatraz all of that time? You might want to go ahead and download the CBP One app. It might be your only hope. But guys, let me know what you think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
What President Trump is going to achieve next with the resources in this bill will make America safer, stronger, freer, more sovereign, and more prosperous than it has ever been before. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah. Thank you.